Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 4 of 3. Look, I got ahead of myself. Day three of the AI Marketing Bootcamp. Welcome back. Thank you, everyone, for being part of this amazing experience with me. I'm excited to have you here and excited for what we're going to share. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Welcome. And what's going on? Go ahead, and if you feel comfortable, come off mic and let me know what your biggest takeaways are from yesterday. And Carlene, you are in here under my login, so you got my name. If you would be so kind to change the name from me to you, that would be great. If not, I can do that for you. But if you click on the dots with your name, you can click on your picture, rather, you can click on rename and then change your name. But anywho, let's get back to it. So please, if you feel free to come off mic and let me know how it was getting into what your customer wants, needs, dreams, hopes, fears, and desires. Anybody? Any thoughts? Do we not do our homework?
I'll be glad. I did a lot of the homework the day before, and I saved it in a Word document with a title, under my appropriate files, so I can go back to it, check it, and I got a lot of great data on asking the bard.google.com all about that, and it was really cool because I was at one of my chamber little mini segment luncheons today, and I'm the oldest person there, and a lot of these people that own businesses and the Annapolis, Maryland area, they had no idea. They don't use AI or anything, because we had a guest speaker talking about scaling your business. And I said, this is what I'm doing right now. We had to answer a question. What are you doing? So they had no idea about ChatGPT. They didn't know about bard.google.com. And I said, I'm the oldest one here, and I'm teaching you guys this. So it's really good because I have a lot of data to go back to and use words, and I've got so much that I'm learning from you. Thank you.
Aw, I love you, Carol. You are awesome. And Brenda, I'm sorry, I thought you were Carlene. My apologies. That's what happens when I'm looking at these little bitty thumbnails. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Gail. Welcome. Happy to have you here. I think it's your first time this week. Ellen and Carol, welcome as well. And for those of you who aren't speaking up, does that mean you did not do your homework? It's okay if you didn't. Nobody's going to get put on punishment. But I hope you are seeing how everything we're doing is building upon each other. So by the time we get to day 5, you will have a clear understanding of what it is you need to say to your ideal clients to get them to take you up on your offers. So going once, going twice. Anyone else want to share any takeaways from yesterday?
So my research, and good evening, afternoon, morning, so on and so on, is that people really, from the research was, for security. Mm-hmm. And of course that, that's a given, but at the same time, it says that people who do that, they buy off of emotion, of feeling that sense of security for the ideal client. And they, that's usually that trigger, that light bulb that will come off for them, is for the thought of security for their family when they're gone.
Awesome. Love that. Yeah, a lot of people who don't have life insurance, they just don't feel, and I'm going to tell a short story. I promise I'll make it short. So when COVID first started, we had a family meeting. So all of the patriarchs and matriarchs in my family have passed on. So we are all the older people now are all the cousins. So all the cousins got together because we wanted to make sure that everybody had life insurance, right? Nobody's trying to get rich, but we're not trying to go broke, trying to bury you either. So we had this one cousin, I'm just gonna say it, she's a bitch. She is a total bitch. That was the one cousin that was like, well, who's gonna pay me to have coverage? And I'm like, ain't nobody getting rich off you. It's just enough to put you in the ground. Anyway, She didn't want to put into the kitty to have life insurance, and she was the first one to die. And her daughter was the one doing a GoFundMe page online. And I dragged her because if nothing else, her daughter should have got a policy on her, if nothing else, right? So I dragged her. And but anyway, I just say that to say people don't understand it until it's too late. So I'm glad that you're getting these insights from AI on how to approach people, so that way they can be proactive instead of reactive. All right, Miss Jo, I see your hand is up. What would you like to share?
Hi. The thing that with Chat GPT that I've learned by taking this is that if I say, go act as a copywriter, I get a certain set of answers. Or if I say, go act as a digital network marketing chick, I'll get different answers. So I like that I can do a lot of research as a bunch of different people. So I've ran your questions through multiple iterations, and I have a whole bunch of really cool posts I can make now.
Awesome. Well, and I'm glad you brought that up, Joe. That is really good, because part of what we can do with AI is train it to talk in the voice that we want, right? So for instance, RL, since I know that you're in the business of life insurance, you can say, act as a wife that wants to talk to her husband about getting life insurance for the family. And it'll talk back, it'll answer you in that voice of a wife. And you can even go deeper, act as a wife whose husband thinks they have enough insurance and she wants to convince him to get more insurance. Again, as we discussed, the more specific you get, the more detailed answers you get. But when you use act as, you can tell AI what voice you wanted to reply in. So thank you, Joe, for bringing that up. That's awesome. All right, friends. Well, again, we've got some new people here. I'm so glad you're at the party. So since you are new, I just want to share really quickly how you can get the replays if you haven't gotten them already. So let me scoot this over here. And let me get this here. Okay, let me scoot this over and let me share my screen. I'll circle back to this, of course, at the end, but you are new, so I just want to share it at the top right now. Let me share my screen. Screen 2. All right, so this is our replay page, and I'll be adding day 3 once it downloads, and then I upload it to YouTube. Here's the calendar to schedule your chat with me, a 15-minute triage call where I will look into your business and give you some pointers on how to best use all this marketing material I'm sharing with you today. But again, the biggest thing is the replays. All the replays are going to be on this page. This page will be available until Monday midnight into Tuesday. So with that being said, let's get into today's topic. And as always, please eliminate distractions so that way you get the best and most out of this experience. And for today's agenda, we already reviewed customer characteristics. Thank you so much for sharing. And I want to talk about the importance of giving people what they want. Now, what they want and what they're searching for are two different things. So I'm going to use a weight loss example. So people want to lose weight, right? That's what they want. But that's not what they're searching for online. They could be searching for intermittent fasting. They might be searching for keto diets. They might be searching for how much water they need to drink. So knowing what they want, but knowing what they're searching for is going to make a difference in the type of irresistible offer you create. So that's why today we're going to get into the importance of giving people what they want. We're also going to go through some examples again where I'm going to take the prompts that are in your workbook and I'm going to throw them into AI so you can see how that works. And we're going to go over our homework and what the assignment is for today, as well as Q&A at the end. So I don't like to get heavy with the tech and the words, but I think it's important for understanding of your ideal client. So let's talk about why you need to know what your customers want. First and foremost is you got to meet their customer needs. You got to meet their needs. By understanding your clients and what they're searching for online, you make sure that your business aligns with their needs. This knowledge allows you to develop products and services and content that directly addresses their pain points, providing value and increasing customer satisfaction. So from yesterday, we already know what they need, But when we find out what they're looking for online, we can talk to them in their language. And it's so important to meet people where they are, right? So you may be, again, I'm just going to jump to URL since you're in insurance. So the conversation that you have with a single mother about insurance is different that you're going to have with the married couple about insurance. And if you are talking to somebody, which I wish somebody would have talked to me, but if somebody were, and I say that because if I would have bought a term life insurance policy when I got out of college, and then I think term life insurance policies are good for like 20, 25 years. So I would have been 24. By 49, I'd have had a nice little chunk of change. But I'm just saying that to say that's possibly another market you can get into, but also that's a different conversation that you would have. So again, you got to meet people where they are and you got to talk in their language. Another reason is because you can tailor your marketing strategies. By that, I mean, you can optimize your website, your social, your ads, your content, your images and keywords to align with what they're already searching for. And this is twofold, because when you use the words that your customer is already saying to themselves, you are going to connect with them on a deeper level, because again, they're going to be thinking, gosh, they know what I'm thinking. They're in my head. How do they know this? And also it's SEO. That's the number 2. So if you use words on your post and in your, when I say post, I mean your social content post, and on your website, if you do landing pages, if you're using words that people are already looking for, when they do a Google search, because that's the #1 search engine in the world, you have a higher likelihood of landing on the first page of Google. And you don't want to use just single keywords. You want to use phrases. I call them long tail keywords. So an example of a long tail keyword in my niche. So I would say something like network marketers who want to use Facebook ads. So that's a long tail keyword. Instead of just saying Facebook ads, I only want to talk to network marketers looking to use Facebook ads. By using long tail keywords, you have a higher probability of reaching people who are more closely interested in your product, service, or opportunity. And I'm going to do an example today of how you can find keywords. This is another bonus training. You won't find this in your workbook, but I'm going to do an example today of how you can search for keywords within with a score, because keywords have scores. You want to search for keywords that have a score between 20 and 40. Anything over 40, you're getting into a saturated market. Anything under 20, nobody's looking for it. But 20 to 40 is a sweet spot. If you're familiar with Neil Patel, I follow him, and that is what he says is the sweet spot for SEO, search engine rankings, and that's those are the keywords that you want to use, because it's a higher likely that you'll end up on the first page. So again, you can tailor your marketing strategies, and you can also build customer relationships. So this kind of goes into what we talked about yesterday with that empathy thing, because people are looking for a connection. We talked about this yesterday. If the pandemic didn't teach us anything, it teaches us how disconnected we are with people. So having these customer relationships where you're giving people what they want, not only will that help you be perceived as an authority and a credible person in your niche, but it will also foster long-term relationships. And if you're in the network marketing business, or any business for that matter, but network marketing is truly all about relationships. So by understanding that you understand showing rather, that you understand your client's needs and preferences, it helps you build trust, strengthens customer relationships. And when you deliver content and solutions that resonate with your audience, you establish yourself as a reliable and customer-centric brand. And what that does is not only will you build relationships with an individual, but you will find that that individual will refer you to other people. So you can grow your base that way as well. So the bottom line of everything about knowing what your customers are searching for online, that it gives you the opportunity to give people what they want. You may have heard the phrase, tell them what they want and give them what they need. What they want is, will they save money? Will they increase money? Or will they save money? Will they make money? Will they lose weight? Will they have more time freedom, whatever. But you got to give people what they want. So an example of giving people what they want and selling them what they want and giving them what they need is exactly what I do with my Facebook coaching program. What do the people who come to me that want to run Facebook ads want? They want leads. They want people to talk to about their business. So that's what I sell them. I sell them a way to get leads. I don't go into the details of what it's going to take to build a Facebook page and how you're going to get followers to your page. And I don't get into the weeds of all that, but I sell them, yes, Facebook ads is going to help you get leads. So I'm selling them on getting them leads. And once they get into my program, I give them what they need to get those leads. The same thing with, say you are a weight loss coach. If you're a weight loss coach or you have a weight loss product, then you're going to sell people on losing weight. You know, you might say something like lose 10 pounds in 20 days. And then you're going to give them what they need. Nobody wants to hear how they got to clean out their refrigerator of all the garbage in there, or how they have to get rid of all the snacks in their pantry. But what they do want to hear about is a quick and easy solution that is doable that they can use to lose 20 pounds in 10 pounds in 20 days. So you've got to be very cognizant of what people are looking for online, because what they want is not always what they're searching for. So with that being the case, let's jump into some examples from the workbook. So you are on day 4 of the workbook. And let me put this over here so you can see it. I'm going back into BARD again. All right. And a feature that I found in Google. I don't know if this is new. I think it is, but if it isn't, I just ignored it. But on the left-hand side of Google, you're able to see your past searches. So if you remember yesterday, I said Google doesn't keep your history. And I think they do now. Now, BARD is still in the experimental phase. So I'm almost 100% positive it wasn't there yesterday, but it could have been. But now it's here and you can see it. You can go back and you can see your history. It's an FYI side note there. So let's pull up the note from your workbook. And in this case, I am going to talk about my network marketing company. So this is another example of selling people, giving people what they want and selling them what they need. When I first got started with my network marketing company, I just wanted to sleep. I hadn't slept 8 hours in almost 3 years. So I just wanted to have some sleep. I was on a coaching call with Joe as my client, and I couldn't string 2 sentences together. And she was like, is everything okay? And I just unloaded on her because I was so overwhelmed. I was like, no, it's not okay. I haven't slept in 3 years. And my doctor just increased my sleeping medication for the 2nd time in 90 days. And I'm not even sure if that's going to help without a bottle of wine. And Joe was like, can I send you something? And I said, you sure can. And she sent it to me, and that first night I slept 8 hours. But she didn't tell me, you know, I got this thing, it's a nootropic, it's all natural biohacking, it contains melatonin, it's gluten-free, keto-friendly, vegan-friendly, dairy-free. She didn't give me all that. She said, I got something to help you sleep. So that's just an example, and I hope that helped. All right, so with that being the case, I'm going to drop a question in here from the homework. And as we discussed for the last 2 days, you have to personalize it for your product, service, or opportunity. So what are the most common questions asked online about? And I'm going to put in the name of my product. So the sleep product is called Lean. I'm going to say, what are the most common questions asked online about Bella Vita? That's the name of my company. BELOVITA, about Bella Vita's Lean. And let's see what it comes up with. Because if I want to target people who are having trouble sleeping, then I got to know what they're asking about. Or if I want to target people who are interested in my product, then I got to know what they're asking about. These are some of the questions that are being asked, right? What are the benefits, ingredients, how to do it, side effects, is it safe for pregnant women? So all of these are articles that I can write. So, and you know, we did this yesterday. Where can I buy it? See, that's a good one. I probably need to do an article on that one, right? How much does it cost? Is there an MBG, money back guarantee? So I'm just going to pick one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm going to type in give me content or number 4. And while it's thinking, I'm going to pick another one here. All right, Bella Vita's Lean is considered safe for most people, except some people experience, and that's what they experience, right? So I haven't had any of those, and nausea, no, I definitely haven't had the nausea. But yeah, so these are the side effects, but it's important to address that, because if it's a concern of people, the one thing that you want to do in all your content, if at all possible, is to address people's objections. If you can answer a question before it's asked, you are going to be gold in the eyes of your ideal client. So objections are important because it gives you an opportunity to squash them before an objection becomes an issue. All right, so now I want to put in one on Facebook ads. So let me see. I'm going to copy this one and I'm going to drop this one in here. And what are the most common pain points or biggest unmet needs that network marketers, let me see, I'm going to say that Facebook ads can solve for network marketers. And see what it says. What are the most common pain points or biggest unmet needs that Facebook ads can solve for network marketers? Again, this is all great information that you can use in your marketing material. All right, reaching a wider audience, generating leads, brand awareness, driving traffic, and converting leads into your customers. All of these are topics in and of themselves, but I can take this one right here and say, do you want to reach a wider audience? Facebook has over 2 billion active users, so it's a great way to increase your reach. And that's a post. I can put that in Canva. It might be a little long, but it's still, I can put it in Canva with a pretty colored background so it'll stand out in people's news feed. And that's a post all by itself. So these are examples of how you can find out what your clients are looking for online. Will help you address objections, will help you, again, give them what they want, sell them what they want, give them what they need, and it will help you get a deeper understanding of how you are going to be able to be a superstar in the eyes of your ideal clients, customers, and business partners. All right, so let's get back to it, and then I'll have Q&A here in just a second. And share. Here we go. All right, so your assignment for tonight, if you accept, is to go into ChatGPT, whatever version you're using, and from the workbook day 4, type in those questions, changing out product or service with whatever it is that you offer, and find out what are your people looking for online? What are they searching for? What are they looking to do in terms of solving their problems? What are the blogs or websites they're reading? And go read those blogs and websites, right? Because nothing is more credible than you sharing something from a source that you've read. So like I did a video the other day about the first 25 pages of Donald Miller's book, A Story Brand, that talks about the 7 components of a good story and how to use that in business. So if you go to somebody's blog or website and they have some good information, not only is it good for you to share it, but quote the source as well. And again, make sure that you are finding out what your people are looking for online, because once again, what they want and what they're looking for are not always the same thing. All right, so that is your assignment if you choose to accept it. And as I showed you, the replays are going to be, open up the wrong Google. The replays are going to get added, today's replay, I should say, will get added to this page, day 3. I'm so glad it's working. I tell you, we had a fun time with that the last 2 days, but I'll get added as soon as this video downloads. And the last but not least, we are going to talk about next steps. So tomorrow, so everything that we've done these last 3 days, and that includes today, because I know you're going to do homework, is setting you up for your irresistible offer. So as you're going and doing a deeper dive into what your people are looking for online, start thinking about what you're going to create, because what you're going to create is your lead magnet. I'll talk more about that tomorrow, but this is how you're going to bring people into your world and they will become part of your tribe. So start thinking about putting together who they are, what they want, and what they're looking for, so you can create your irresistible offer tomorrow. And again, if you post it inside of our Facebook group, I'll be able to talk about it here, but you can also bring it to this live and we can talk about it as well. So with that being said, number 5 is where we're going to take our show on the road. It is so important that you understand how to promote this amazing, irresistible offer that you're going to create, because this is how you're going to introduce people to the amazing person that you are, so you can be perceived as the authority in your niche, and you can build that know, like, and trust factor. Again, on the replay page, let me pull that up once again. At the bottom of the replay page is my calendar, and I do have days open to have a conversation with you about how you can effectively use these tools I'm sharing with you inside of your business. So feel free to set an appointment. If you need a time that is not available on my calendar, reach out to me through Messenger, and then I can get you on, because I don't put my total availability on there. But if there's a time you want and it's not listed, just reach out to me on Messenger and I'll be sure to work it out. And last but not least, my wonderful friends, it's time for Q&A. So if you have any questions for me about digital marketing, now is the time. So let me run through the chat, and feel free to come off mic, ask your questions. I'm going to run through the chat. Did I schedule my chat yet? You know what? I do not know, Deatra. I will give it a check. If I don't see it, I will message you after this call. Did you use hashtag? Oh, thank you. I forgot to do that. Okay, Carol, good. Keeping me on my toes. I said an example of the SEO keyword. So let me pull up my now site. Am I on the right thing? I got way too many tabs open. I'm turning into you, Joe. All right, here we go. All right, so let me go into Google and let me share my screen again. And share my screen. Page 2. All right, so I got to find it inside of the Ultimate AI Toolkit. So give me a second to get inside the toolkit. This is one of the other cool tools that is found inside of the Ultimate AI Toolkit. By getting the Ultimate AI Toolkit, you will get everything in the toolkit, plus lifetime access to the replays of all these recordings. And whenever I learn and do something new with AI, you will get all updates and additions at no additional charge if you sign up during this workshop. All right, so I'm just pulling up the course. Bear with me here. Give me just a second to get the prompt for you. And thank you, Carol, for keeping me honest and on my toes. All right.
I'm still not, I don't see your screen. I don't know what
I haven't shared it yet. Here we go. All right, can you guys see my screen now?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, this is the Ultimate AI
But I'm
Toolkit.
not sure what the answer is about.
I'm getting ready to give it to you, Carol. Just give me
Oh,
a second.
okay.
That's
Okay.
all right. All right, so inside of the Ultimate AI Toolkit is SEO short and long tail keywords. Inside of this module are videos with search utilization. So here's the video, but inside of the Ultimate AI Toolkit, on the welcome video, I've got a file in here that gives you all the prompts that I use inside of this training. I'm gonna open this file up. It is a Google Doc, so that way when I update the file, you will get all the updates to the prompts as well without me having to email you and saying, hey, I just made an update. All right, so if I'm giving you vertigo, I apologize in advance. I'm scrolling down. So here's SEO keywords and prompts. So again, you want difficulty 40 or less. It should be 20 to 40, but that's okay. With the lower difficulty, it means that there's less competition, making it easier to rank higher in search engine response. Using keywords with the lower SEO difficulty can be an effective strategy for business owners, business and website owners looking to improve their search engine rankings and attract more visitors. All right, so I'm going to copy this one right here and copy this and drag it over to Bard. I'm going to drop this in here and I'm going to change it up. So, what are common SEO keywords related to software that have a search difficulty of 20 to 40 that are relevant to Velveeta? I'm going to say that are relevant to Velveeta. I'm going to say relevant to Velveeta product. All right, and let's see what it says. It's going to give me common keywords here in just a second. And I'm going to go back here while it's doing the thinking. Inside of here, again, common keywords. I did one for biohacking, search difficulty 40 or less. You want to go 20 to 40. And
Coach, this Celia, should it be search ease and not search difficulty? I'm confused now. Why would you want to have search engines that are difficult? Shouldn't it be search ease? I'm lost now.
Don't be lost. Just do what I tell you to do. Because when it comes to SEO, SEO difficulty is the language of that industry. So don't think of it like you would, like we talk about easy and hard. The SEO language is considered search difficulty. Why that is, I don't know, but that's what it is. Oh, all right. So let me jump back over here and
Whoa.
that's the
Whoa.
same.
My mind is not wired for the word difficulty. My mind is wired for ease of finding.
Well, and that's why you have to be open to learning new skill set and new terminology.
Yeah. Okay.
So here we have the common keywords. Now this one, home remedies for self-care, that will be considered a long tail keyword as an example. And I can even change this up to say, give me long tail keywords. And if you're not hearing what I'm saying, I'm gonna copy this again so I can tell you what I mean. So let me copy this. But anyway, so the purpose of these keywords is when you are writing content, whether it's a blog, whether it's a social post, whether it's something you're putting on your website, on your landing page, using these keywords will help you rank up on Google. I'm going to put the same phrase in here, and I'm going to say, give me common long tail. That's what it's called, long tail SEO keywords. I want the hyphen in there. I tell you this, Grammarly hits me every time. All right. So long tail keywords. So let me give you an example of what that looks like. It's long tail. That's how you say that for the keywords. All right, so here's some more examples of long tail keywords. When you use long tail keywords, you have a higher probability of coming up on the first page of a Google search. If you know anybody in SEO, there's a running joke in that crowd that says, if you want to hide something, put it on the second page of Google. So here's an example of how you can use these keywords effectively in your marketing, so that way you are more likely to rank up on Google when people do a search. And again, thank you.
Hey, Cecilia, do you use a hashtag?
Yes, so here's another example. So I'm gonna say, what are the common, and I'm gonna say Jafra, A-F-R-A, right?
Yeah.
Okay, hashtag.
Because I always thought a hashtag, you can't split words. It has to be one word.
Hashtag SEO, Carol, they're two different things. So I'll say that in a second. So hashtags are not SEO. What are the common hashtags used when people discuss Jafra, J-A-F-R-A products?
Yeah.
All
Sure.
right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. While this is thinking. So a hashtag is a search that people do to find content related to that hashtag. So for instance, if you put in hashtag Jafra lover, I don't know what that is. Oh, that means they love Jafra. So if you put in hashtag Jafra addict, it's telling you there's 109,000 posts that have the hashtag Jafra addict. So let me show you what this looks like and how it's usable. And then I'll talk about the difference between that and SEO. All right, so I'm gonna copy that hashtag and I'm gonna jump over here to Instagram. And I'm gonna do a search. And I'll drop in that hashtag.
It's one of my buddies.
Okay. All right. So these are all posts that have the hashtag Jafra. No, hold on. I said that wrong. That's this actual person because I can follow them. So let me go back to the search. And I might have to do it from my phone, but let's put it in here. Jafra addict. Okay, here's this. It says, so if I click on this, it says there's 1,685 posts. See what this brings up.
Yeah, it can be like drugs.
There we go. So here's all the 1,685 posts on Instagram with the Jafra hashtag. So let me flip over to Facebook. And I'm gonna drop it in here. Now, Facebook doesn't really use the hashtag as much as Instagram does, but you never know. So let's search for Jafra addict. People are posting about this. All right. So here's all the hashtag posts on Facebook or here are all the posts on Facebook that use the hashtag Shopper Addict. So the thing of it is, though, a hashtag.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. So a hashtag is not SEO. A hashtag is a search engine for specific platforms. SEO is a search engine for every single platform. So when you use SEO, if you go to Google and you use one of those keywords, you're going to see everything that has that keyword in it. If you're on a platform, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and you use that hashtag, you're only going to see the people who use that hashtag on that platform.
Okay, got it.
Awesome.
That's why I was confused when you said, long tail phrases. What's it called?
Long tail SEO keywords. Long tail keywords.
Long tail keywords.
Yes.
Keywords to me means hashtag. Got it. Thank you.
Yes. No worries. Yes. And again, the whole purpose of SEO is to rank up on Google. It's all about being on the first page of Google. And that doesn't mean you want to, like, every third word in your website or your blog needs to be an SEO keyword, but you need to strategically place keywords in your website or your blog so that when people are searching for what you have to offer, you'll come up on the first page. All right. So
can a blog be what you posted on social media?
So you can't post a blog on social media as a post because it would be too long and people would never read it. But if you say make a blog and then you post a link to your blog, then you can send people to that link. Great questions, Carol. Anyone else? Any questions about today, yesterday, or what we're going to cover tomorrow? I'll give you a sneak peek about that. Awesome. All right, friends. Well, your assignment, once again, is if you choose to accept it, is to do day 2 for those of you who didn't do that. And to make sure you do day 3, because again, tomorrow is going to get into creating the irresistible offer. So we can actually figure out how are we going to deliver what it is that our people want. Is it going to be a workbook, a quiz, a course, a checklist, a PDF, a video, a VSL? How are we going to deliver on the juicy goodness that we have to give them that's going to solve their problem? So without further ado, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I will see you here, except Carol. I know you got Eric's thing tomorrow, but I'll see everyone else here tomorrow. And the replays are going to be available on the replay link. Thank you once again and have a wonderful evening.